Returnal's fast-paced action and bullet hell gameplay makes it an impressive showing for one of Sony's first PS5 console exclusives. Returnal revolves around the journey of Astro Corporation explorer Celine Vasos, who has crash-landed on a mysterious, living and breathing planet. The gimmick of the game's story is whenever Celine dies, she returns to the point at which she reached this planet and her ship crashed, setting up the roguelike structure of the game. This is my first experience with a roguelike game, and when I heard of Returnal on the surface level, I would be lying if I said I was intrigued by the game's structure. I went into this game completely blind. I didn't watch any trailers or anything. Not having much to do on a Saturday afternoon, I took a browse on the PSN store and I caught an eye to Returnal, a new game, so I was kind of interested. The game was a challenge from what I've seen, so I was interested. I was hooked. I enjoy a challenging game, but before I inserted my card information into that PSN store to purchase this game, I had to do some long thinking. First off, this is a PS5 Sony exclusive, so I knew what I was getting myself into. You already know what that means. The game is going to have some quality put into it, at the least. And that also means you're going to be dropping 70 bones picking up this game. Now, like I said, the game is a roguelike, which means whenever you die, you start over. You could be on a 3-hour run like I was at the time, die to a boss, and the game just throws you back to the beginning like it was nothing. My first 5 hours with the game was nothing but death. But it wasn't until I understood the flow of the combat and the cycles that I started to catch on. This game has a certain flow to it, and when you catch the drift of the flow, the game is a blast. Recognizing enemy patterns, memorizing room structures, and of course RNG are some of the game's main factors to ensure your victory. The controls are super tight, and the gunplay is fast and agile. Looking at this gameplay, you can see that the game gets kind of crazy visually sometimes with all these projectiles flying at you, but I kind of love it. I have no complaints when it comes to the control department. It seems like Housemarque knew what they was doing when they were creating the controls on how Celine feels. As your adventure continues, you will come across new weapon types, augments, and consumables. As you progress, even though the game is a roguelike, you will come across permanent upgrades that Celine can use in future runs. Some of these include a sword/melee attack and a grappling hook. A cool thing about these permanent upgrades is when you unlock them, you can backtrack the previous levels and go to places that you couldn't have from the start because you didn't have means to get into them without these upgrades. Kinda like Metroid. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Metroid, this game is kinda like a mishmash of Cuphead if it was 3D, Doom, Metroid, and Mass Effect. One of the game's strong suits is how it takes advantage of the PS5's hardware. Returnal is not the most graphically enticing game, but what it lacks in graphics, it picks up in the performance department. This game is not ugly by any means though. It runs at a consistent, smooth 60 frames per second. I have caught myself multiple times in 5 to 4 to 6 to 8 hour runs, and it only feels like I've been playing for an hour. The game manages to suck you in with its addictive Arcady gameplay, amazing sound design, and the lack of loading screens. Yes, this game does not have any loading screens. Going from room to room is seamless because of the super fast SSD, but my God, this game, it's so smooth. It doesn't even feel like you're playing a video game because you're so trapped into it. 18 hours in at the time of this recording, and this is one of the best games I've played in years. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This one build that I had maxed out health. I think the health is called Integrity in this game. It is called Integrity. I had maxed out Integrity. I had the Hollow Seeker, I think it's called, with the waves. The best gun in the game in my opinion. I'm sorry. And I was shredding things for 3 hours. It was amazing. I really love Returnal, but I only have a few negatives with the game. The game is hard, but sometimes it feels cheap, like the difficulty is fabricated. The build that I had earlier with the Hollow Seeker that went on for hours, within the second world, I went to a teleporter to get to the next main objective area, and the game just straight up soft locked. 5 hours of gameplay gone. And like I said, this game is a roguelike, so there's no save feature in this game. No saves at all. So 5 hours down the drain, no reason. I was pretty upset. The atmosphere of the game is also a vibe too. It's like this spacey 70s kind of space vibe. The environments are not, you know, just the most intriguing, like, oh my God, but they're definitely suitable for what the developers were trying to go for. I dig it. I love the game. Even though it is difficult, I wouldn't really just recommend it to everybody that has a PS5. But get this game. It's good. If you like fast-paced arcade shooters, third-person shooters, if you like a challenge, this game is for you, bro. It's a good game, trust me. Overall, Returnal is a surprisingly good game. And it's a good first-party showing from Sony, so I'll be giving it a score of 9 out of 10. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. If you guys want more reviews, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.